Right then guys, so this video, definitely going to be the rawest, realest video I've ever made. It's not for any other purpose other than just basically just sharing a rough chapter with you guys and with what I've experienced recently. This is not a gossip video, this isn't an attack video, this isn't a video where I'm looking for sympathy or anything like that. I'm just sharing this story because I don't want you guys to think that it's a highlight reel and that, you know, on the journey to goals and success, it's always going to be a straight line. Like, this was a roadblock and a massive setback I wasn't expecting. I really was devastated when I had to break up with my girlfriend. Well, I didn't break it up, but basically when we had to go our separate ways. But I'm not going to go into the details of what happened, but basically no one cheated on anyone. It was just we were going separate routes basically, and shit just happened basically, and it's nothing, like, I'm not going to share any details. It's between me and her, and we're fairly neutral now. I'd say we're both, I'd say if she's watching this, I don't think she'd be angry or aggressive at me. I think we'd just be like, we're sound enough. If I bumped into her, I'd be respectful and everything else, and so would she. But it was painful, man. It was fucking painful. I've got every ounce of respect for the girl. I think she's an amazing, stunning girl, and I hope she does well, and I hope she gets the right lad for her. But yeah, like, I was just, I never had in my mind in the next, well, since obviously when I turned 19, I started this YouTube game, and I'd actually gone through a rough breakup when I was 18. I've only really dated 2 girls, and both occasions have been a most amazing experience in the world, but at the same time, when it both ended on both occasions, it's been hell on earth, man. Like, and not many guys will probably admit this, but I'll tell you this now, it is a fucking blow to the bollocks when a relationship goes wrong, especially when you love the girl or really care for that individual, because you just know that it will never be the same again, it will never be the same again really, and what you had is no longer there. So it's basically almost like a mourning process. And I'll be honest with you, it hit me fucking hard, like real hard. And it's life. Like, this is the thing, it's life. And when you've got goals and you've got big ambitions like I have to understand and appreciate as well that not everyone will understand that. And the hours I work, if you watch my vlogs, it's just unheard of. Like, not many people you'll know will do that, and I realise that myself, and it's something I have to take as a consequence, that relationships just aren't going to be a sustainable thing in my life right now. Even though if you want to make it work, you know, like, you've got to, relationships are very complex, and both people have got to understand, obviously, and make sacrifices. And if one person or the other person just doesn't want to sacrifice certain things, then you have to accept that. And yeah, like, I'm absolutely devastated. I really was. I ain't cried for a long time, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. A few tears were shed. Yeah, like I said, this is gonna be real and raw. I'm not gonna bullshit you. It was fucking tough. It took me I've basically been depressed for like 2-3 weeks about it. I really did love that. I really did love her. But sometimes, you know, shit happens, and you know, that's the only way to describe this really. There's positives for sure. I've learned so much more about relationships, and also myself, and also how I want to be in next relationships, if they're on the next one. But yeah, like, I've never ever had to cancel my clients before, and I've never ever had to stop Instagram or social media before, and this stopped me right in my tracks. If you follow me on Instagram and you're watching this, you'll realise probably, if you follow me regularly, that I never normally stop, and I'm pretty relentless. And yeah, like, this really did stop me in my tracks, dead in the water. And that should go to show you guys, and obviously if she's watching, like, how much it meant to me. My clients understand, like, I'm in a job role and a position where I'm with people all the time. I'm not behind, you know, like a desk, or I'm not doing admin work or stuff where you can kind of, like, I used to work in a pharmacy, and you can kind of, all you have to do is bag pills and stuff, and like dispense stuff, and you're kind of out of the public's eye. You're just kind of in your own world, so you can kind of, if you're down, you can kind of get away with it. You just kind of suck it up. But when I've got people who I have to motivate and kind of they're looking for me for inspiration, and I'm not in the game or my head's not in it, like it was so difficult, and that's why I had to cancel that one day, because I was so like just out of it, man. Like all I've had on my mind for the past 3 weeks is obviously what's happened, and I'm trying to make it work. Like I gave it my absolute all, especially at the end, to really try and make it work. But you know, shit happens, and like I said, this isn't a gossip video. It's just me trying to keep things like you guys up to date, because I think it's only fair. And I know that some people might disagree with this video and think, oh, I shouldn't be making a video on this topic. Well, I know it's a controversial thing to talk about on YouTube. But I'm trying to be a YouTuber, and I want to make it on this YouTube platform and build a platform of people and a community of people who are trying to better themselves and pursue great things. And this is part of the chapter, guys. I don't know anyone who's tried to achieve something like really great or build a dream and there hasn't been a lot of sacrifice along the way. This is one of mine in my journey and my story. Yeah, like you ask my mom or anyone, none of my mates, all my clients really have seen me ever like this before. I feel a lot better now, but literally yesterday a light bulb moment happened. I was watching Steve Bartlett and Grant Cardone, and they're two people I really look up to online on YouTube at the moment, and like obviously you got other people, but those two really helped me. I don't know what it was kind of their perception on the world and focusing on long-term things rather than getting caught up in the short-term stuff. That's really helped me out of it. But yeah, like I'm not making this video on about how to get over heartbreak, because I'm not over it really. I'm just kind of accepting it at the moment. Maybe if this gets a good reaction, not as in like a reaction, but if people find this topic something they want to hear more about and my opinions on it, heartbreak as a topic, then I'll make a video on how I've dealt with it all. But yeah, I'm pushing my comfort zone out. If you're still watching this video, by the way, I appreciate it. I'm pushing my comfort zone when it comes to YouTube and social media. Like I'm trying to be the realest version of myself to you guys as I can be. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be showing all the good stuff without showing you the bad stuff. And that's the choice I've made, and I'm going to pay the price with that choice. Like anything, there's always a trade-off, you know. And that trade-off's going to be a few people commenting and knowing more about my personal life than most people would know. But that's something I'm willing to do, and I think it could help people and make people realise, you know, if you look up to me, like, and I have people, I'm not saying this in an ego way or like what's the word, like big-headed way. Like people have messaged me saying they find me inspiring and they look up to me, and I'm no different to you guys. That's the truth, and I'm just an average bloke just trying to do great things and trying to be something and someone and build my vision and dreams, which I have for myself. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I've had to really dig deep to pull myself out of this pit. I was in a fucking pit. There was some of the days, like when I was, because I have obviously free time at midday and everything, I was just fucking lying in bed, man, moping and just fucking depressed. Didn't want to leave. Every morning my sleep's increased. God bless, that's probably been the only benefit. But like, yeah, like when you're depressed and you're down, you start sleeping more, because you basically, what I experienced and what you'll experience if you ever go through this is a deep just regret and depression, and the world's not worth waking up to, and your world's basically just emptied and turned upside down. It's fucked up really. Like you really do have some dark thoughts, and you also start thinking like, oh my god, like what my world's come, like I said, like everything I was loving in life has just come to a halt. And like I said to you guys, it's very very hard to fucking stop me. I am pretty relentless when it comes to chasing things, and yeah, it's got to be a big blow for me to stop, especially chasing my goals, my dreams. So yeah, I don't know where I want to take this video anymore really, but I just thought it's fair to fill you guys in on the journey. I made a dedicated video to the development phase of the business I'm building and my dreams I'm building, and this is a chapter which I didn't ever want to have to go through again. But hey, that you learn about things, you know, and you've got to look at in every fucking adversity you have and setback you have and failure you have, you're gonna see the lessons learned in it. Once you get through that storm, when it takes and it might take you a week, a day, a month, or maybe some people a few months, maybe half a year. The last time I went through this, it took me a half a year to get over it. I was so devastated. It was my first love, and like, oh my god, the pit I was in was, I was unemployed, I dropped out of uni, I tried to do a fitness boot camp business and it failed. I felt like an absolute prat. I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life, and it all just basically had all these things go wrong, and I just felt worthless, and I felt like what the hell was I waking up for and living for? Like, it was so bad. You guys probably wouldn't ever have recognised me thinking like that, or ever going through stuff like that, because I don't really share it that much. You only see the positive side, and also the stuff where like, because obviously life for me recently has been, and it always has been, great. I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing, and I'm going in the right direction. That's probably what's distracted me from the relationship, was I'm doing so well with my business and everything's going well. I put too much time into that and not the relationship, basically, and obviously things deteriorated. And yeah, you know, things happen. You've got to always put work into everything. That's a lesson I've learned. And always try and as hard as it is, try and be the big person, and don't have a conflict or arguments or be aggressive to the other person. It's not their fault. You've got to take full responsibility. Even you got to take responsibility so you can learn the most from it, for yourself. If you put all the blame on other people, you ain't gonna learn anything, because you're taking the responsibility and giving it to someone else. So what are you meant to learn? I've learned that I need to balance my life better. I've learned that, you know, prioritize things. You know, sometimes it's not important to do certain activities when other things are more important. And basically appreciating that it's great to have tunnel vision, which is like what I'm really good at, but sometimes you can miss things on the side, which obviously you're not focused on because you're so focused on getting to an end goal. And yeah, like, I'm going to apply all these lessons I've learned straight away. Like, when my sister's down, I'm going to start really putting more effort into seeing my sister and stuff, because I let shit like that slip as well. Obviously when I'm working all these hours, it's just you zone in, like you are like a machine. Like, you know, it sounds daft, you just become like a flipping beast mode, and the grind becomes normal. And like, it's weird, when I first started doing all these hours and doing all this stuff, like, it was just so hard. I was drained all the time, lack of sleep, felt like crap, I felt like I was missing out on loads of things. But then it's become kind of my norm. So very recently, it's been very weird for me not to have that drive. I lost all my drive and motivation for 3 weeks, and 2-3 weeks, because of all this. I haven't eaten properly. Like, I've lost, like, I was 13.5 before this hit the fan, and then I went down to 12. I'm 12.9 today, so I've lost a shitload of weight, which I've lost a shitload of gains, so I need to come back with that, basically. So I've got a load of shit I need to start rebuilding, but like I said, shit ends, you know, and you've got to take it on the fucking chin, you know, and like, don't take it personally. Just kind of learn from it as much as you can. Otherwise, the failure was pointless. Like, at the end of the day, I've failed in this battle, so to speak, and this endeavour. And failure, I'm documenting my failures as well as my successes, because what's the point just showing a highlight reel? It's something I fucking hate about social media. Everyone's portraying that they're always happy and always like living this high life and killing life all the time, when really people are in debt, people aren't happy all the time, people do have depression, people do get miserable, people do get down, and they have self-doubt, and no one shares it, you know, and people do have insecurities. I'm going to be doing an insecurity video soon, just to put it all out there on the stuff I'm insecure about. So I'm going to take this is another lesson I've learned, like, step out your frigging comfort zone. Like, I'm bouncing out of this, and I'm going to become a lot better version of myself, and that's a constant mission in my life, is to become the best version of myself as possible. I'm not competing with anyone else but myself. And yeah, that's basically, yeah, I hope you've derived some value from this. I don't want to do a soppy video, or video where I'm flipping, like, bawling my eyes out or anything. Like, it's just a video where I'll talk to you guys face to face and share a really big adversity I've faced recently in my life, which I wasn't obviously happy with, but I've had to learn to deal with. Yeah, so yeah, if she has watched this would be very awkward, but like I said, we're on alright terms now, you know. I wish her, like I said, I wished her good luck, and I hope she does so well in the future. She's going to go far, I know she will. And that's how I want to end every relationship. If any relationship ends with me, like, I want to make sure it ends on alright terms, because it's, as hard as it is, like, there's no easy way of ending a relationship, really, unless you both mutually want to. Just try and be as be as good as you can with the ending, because what's the point of leaving it rough and ragged around the edges, you know. But yeah, that's what I've learned. And I'll tell you the biggest thing what's helped me get out of this, because honestly guys, like, I can't tell you enough, it was so fucking bad. Like, so bad. I hadn't seen myself like this for 3 years. Like, that's how bad it was. I'd say the biggest thing that's helped me get out of this is focusing on my long-term vision and believing. So it's just pure belief that something will come along, like, and my goals will become a reality, and that's worth fighting for. And things happen for a reason as well. It's, to some degree, like, yeah, decisions are made and decisions create outcomes, but, you know, I thought I'd never get over my last girlfriend, and obviously I met this girl and she really did, like, open my eyes up. And that's another thing I've learned, is that you might think that you're never ever going to find a girl or a boy like you did have, but you will, and you've got to believe in that. And it might take a few years, you know, it might take a frigging decade, but when the time is right and chances happen and people cross paths, it can work out, you know. You've just got to give it your all though. Like, don't half-ass a relationship. It takes hard work, and you've got to talk to each other and communicate. That's something I've learned as well, which I'll apply. And these are all things I tried to do, but obviously with life being so hectic, you just kind of lose your footing a bit, you know. And anyone who supported me as well, if you're watching this still, like, a big thanks to anyone who's reached out to me. Like, I didn't want that, but because I don't want people feeling like I don't want the sympathy, you know. Like, I'm not one of those people who wants to just have people like do that to me. But it was very nice to see the support and the community and people, like, what I've built around this, my brand, and also what I'm trying to, like, the business I'm building. It's amazing to see, like, my clients being there for me and understanding, and obviously family and friends, people, even down the friggin' gym. Like, I used to walk into gyms, right, get this, I'm still ranting, if you're watching this, like, fair play, because I don't know who watches this far, but if you do, like, DM me and let me know what you think of this video if you've watched this far. But yeah, I'm gonna keep talking, but I won't, like, make it drag on much longer. But yeah, like, I used to walk into a gym, right, and you just think, like, oh yeah, people, you just don't even think about, like, people being there for you during a bloody breakup, like, you know. But people were saying, like, 'cause obviously I worked there, I've been there for like a year now. People know me as a person, and it's I'm a very high energetic kind of guy, passionate bloke as well, like, I'd say. And when I'm down, people know instantly, because obviously there's a vibe which just isn't there, and there's, like, this energy. Like, I try and give off good vibes and positive vibes all the time. So if I've got my shoulders down, man, I've got, like, a face like a slapdash, like, it's very obvious. And people were coming up to me and just saying, I hope you're alright, mate, like, what's up, like, I'm here if you need a chat and everything. I weren't expecting it, and it's like, it just goes to show, really, like, yeah, people do care, and it's nice to see. And I had some deep conversations with other people as well. It's made me realise as well, and be humbled, really, because when everything's going well, you can kind of, I'd never lose my humbleness, whatever that word is, but it's very easy to kind of forget, you know. You might be buzzing one day, absolutely fucking killing it, and, like, just loving life, but that someone right next to you or someone in your circle might actually have had a real setback and, like, be on a real downer. And it's important to get level-headed. So even when things are going really well, just be there for other people as well. Like, it's important to remember that, and that's something I need to remember, because I can get very, like I said, caught up in my own world. And yeah, like, it's just basically opened my eyes and made me a lot more sympathetic to people in general, because I know how I felt, and if someone felt like that next to me, I'd be very understanding and think, yeah, that's a bad place. I want to help you out of it if I can. And that's why I'm creating this channel as well. And also what I do is, when you're in a dark place, be it about your body or about your confidence or whatever it might be, you know, your life in general, your career, like, I want to be that person who helps inspire someone out of that hole, or help someone get that motivation again, and basically get that fire in their belly. Because I've had people help me along the way who are online through YouTube, and it's really, really, like, it helps, it really does. And having that person you connect with and really resonate with is amazing. That's why I'm being so honest as well, because I want you guys to understand that I'm going through it with you. I'm in the trenches, you know, I'm grinding, I'm grafting, I'm human, I have things go wrong. I'm not perfect, I'm an unfinished project, and I'll never be finished. I'll just always try to be the best I can possibly be, from what I learn and what I read and what I apply and everything else. So yeah, I'm not going to really talk much longer about it. That's basically, I think I'm going to end the video there. Don't be afraid to fail. Give everything you've got to everything you've got, and yeah, don't be afraid to be honest, and step out your comfort zone as well. That's some of the lessons. So yeah, if you've watched this far, I really appreciate it. Drop it a like if you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'm going to be back on it now. I've come out of this, and like I said, it was a hard process to come out of. You can only get out of it yourself, and you've really got to dig deep, man. You're going to learn a lot about yourself, because it's such a miserable place to be, and only you can get yourself out of it. You can have other people inspire you, but deep down you've got to accept, and you've got to kind of let it go, because that is the hardest thing, is letting things go, especially when you don't want to let it go. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and probably a very different video to what most of you would probably expect or see or watch, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you watch 20 minutes of me talking, definitely drop it a like, because I wouldn't believe someone would spend 20 minutes doing that. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Next video I'm going to be talking about the investments I've made recently, and basically, yeah, getting back into the swing of things, guys. And thanks for being there for me. It's fitness the right way, and we're going to keep killing it. I'll see you in the next one.